Fox 2. Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're here in the F-14 today, and this video is going to be a little bit different. Today we're fighting Tuuvas, and many of you may already know his channel, but he is basically flying the F-16 here for us today with just a controller, a gamepad if you will. And he's basically going to show us that you can play DCS with just a controller. You don't have to get a HOTAS if you don't want to. Now today we are in an F-14A and we are fighting an F-16. Fox 2s are allowed, by the way. And this is obviously a very difficult fight for the Tomcat, Fox 2. And narrowly missed that. And so I wanted to show you guys that DCS can be played with a gamepad, but I am not very good with a gamepad or a controller, even when playing, you know, Xbox or PS5 or whatever. So I had to go and find somebody who could actually do it and do it well, right? So I found Tuuvas, which is a lot of his channel is just based around doing some crazy stuff with DCS that I didn't even think you could do with a controller. Look at him right now. He's actually flying this aircraft with just a controller. If nobody had told me that, told me he was using a HOTAS, I would have believed it, 100%. And I'm really interested to see how he plays this, because if he plays his cards right, he should absolutely win in the F-16. But I don't know how much of a disadvantage he's at with just a controller. No track IR for him either, as I understand. He's controlling the camera with... Oh my god, he hit me there, I think. He's controlling the camera with the stick as well, with the controller. So it's quite the task he's undertaken here. I am defensive to this F-16, as I'm sure you've realized by now. And we did manage to finally get him out in front here, after being defensive and almost being killed many times. Across the HUD here. Close, but yeah, that's not close enough there. Just trying to stay on his 6 here, best I can. I'm offensive on him now, so I really don't want to screw this up. It's very difficult to get to this position, so I don't want to mess it up, but I think we got a gunshot right here. Okay, managed to score some hits on that F-16. Usually they don't survive being hit like that. The F-16 very sensitive to losing control surfaces, although it didn't look like he lost any, so he's still in this fight here. Climbing for the vertical. Gonna follow that. Roll the aircraft over. Roll it over. A little bit of differential thrust there to get that going. Ooh, I thought he'd cross the nose. I think he saw it too. Just pulled to the right to avoid my nose there. Look at this. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, I just tried to roll his nose there. Just tried to roll around his nose. And we're going to force one circle again from here. And once again, he is out in front, technically. And it looks like he's off to the 2 circle from here. Understandable. He's an F-16 at the end of the day. And look at that, nearly hitting the ground there. That was close for him. And he's going back up. I'd like to get a Fox 2 shot off, but I don't know if I can. And his going up and coming down motion makes me think he's trying to maybe offset the circles here. But we'll see. If he does that, I do have a Fox 2 that I can cash in. Say like right here actually. And pull the nose up, Fox 2, and it doesn't track, and no luck with the guns. been a really long and good fight here so far as we continue to try to kill this F-16. Possible rounds here. Oh, I think we hit him there too. And I'm gonna cross his nose. Oh no, got hit there. I swear I hit him too, but the F-14 did not like this. Oh, she is not happy. Come on. I don't think it's recoverable. We gotta get out. Good kill. Oh, that almost landed right on that guy driving by. I put that F-14 right on the road there. So stick around after the video, because I'm going to talk to Tuuvas here and find out why he started playing DCS with just a controller. And I'd like to know how long it took him to get this good, because clearly it can be done. You can play DCS with just a controller. Is it easier or harder than, you know, a joystick? I would imagine it's just another skill you have to learn, and once you learn it, you probably would quite enjoy it, you know. Into the merge here, and we're going to try to take him one circle. Going to use a bit of the vertical here because I came in pretty fast. Okay, he's already come around, so forget the vertical. I'm just going to try to beat him in the one circle, which I should be able to do. Way too close for a Fox 2 shot, so we're going to invert and do a split S because that's what he's doing. Force one circle. No, compressor stall. Exactly what I need, as if this fight wasn't already hard enough. In the F-14A, I now have a compressor stall. I'm going to try to slowly bring that back. For the most part, I've trained that out. Sounds like we're back in. Slowly increase the throttle there to get the AV back. And the compressor stall goes away. So far so good. We're actually somewhat offensive on the F-16 here. And things are looking good. As he drops the flares, I'm way too close for that anyway. And, you know, a lot of people say that the F-16 hates the one circle and it's terrible in it. The truth is it's actually somewhat acceptable in a one circle. It's just the longer it stays there, the worse it gets. But initially, the F-16's one circle performance is like, you know, it's acceptable. It's not bad. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's not bad. It's not absolutely horrible, right? But the longer it stays there, the worse it gets. We got him in a two circle here. You can see my nose chasing his tail. And oh my god, his nose really dipped there. Almost hit the ground, so I'm going to cash that in because it looked like he had to recover that before he hit the ground. Just get a lock here and tone. It's not... but guns that missed too. Okay, all he has to do is... Oh, here we go. Oh, the dreaded turn reversal. Here we go. Time to kill. And he's super slow here too. Yeah. Yes! Alright, there it is. /1 F-16. Crazy to think he's flying that thing with just a controller. Absolutely crazy. Okay, in the interest of doing something a little bit different, I have this round, I had Tuuvas send over a recording of one of the many fights we did. And basically I'm just going to talk over this one as we watch him and see exactly how he's doing this. You got the gamepad controller on the bottom there, it looks like an Xbox controller, which is what I believe he's using. You can see every button he's pressing. Certainly looks like there's no track IR here. He's just using the, I assume, the left stick. Maybe the right stick, I don't know, to look around. Yeah, the right stick, the left stick he's using for controls. The right stick looks like is what he's using for his head to look around. This is what I find the most... Actually, you know what? Both of these are interesting. To fly the aircraft with one stick and to control your head with the other and maintain visual the entire time. He's got a missile off here that misses. Mine went right over his head. Now here he is. Slightly lost visual there for a few seconds. Like, I personally don't even know where I am. Oh, there we go. It looked like he couldn't see me there for a second either. It's got me locked. And look at this. Tone. Oh, that's the other thing. He's got to get, like... If he's not doing the slave thing, he has to put the diamond right on top of me. This could actually be tremendously difficult. Actually, I don't know how he's so good at this. Look at this. I'm actually, like, amazed. This is actually quite good. Because he's working the aircraft and his head. He's got to, like, keep slewing his head with the stick. It's actually fascinating to watch. I mean, I don't think I could do that. If you gave me a year, I don't think I could do this. This is just crazy. I'm personally just so bad with controllers. Look at this. He's got his Fox 2 off that misses, although it looked like he had a pretty decent gun track there for a second. It looks like I'm defensive here, so I'll probably try to get him to overshoot if it works. But if he does it right, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's no reason why he should have lost that round there. Very good stuff. This is amazing. It's very, very impressive to see somebody doing this. If I didn't see it myself, I don't think I'd believe it. That you could be this good with a controller. Alright guys, I got a little segment here where I talk to Tuuvas. There's some basic questions in there, and I got on the screen some stuff that he does with the controller that you might find interesting. Let's talk to him a little bit and you know, see if we can get some questions to some of the answers you guys might have, and myself, to be honest. Alright dude, so I guess my first question for you is, because I know you showed me your setup, you actually do have sticks and throttles and all that stuff. Why a gamepad? What started you down that road?
No, yeah, it's that's kind of like everything summarized into one word, right? It's just why. Well, the straightforward answer, like the quick answer is I just like DCS. It's a hobby that I enjoy, and hobbies I enjoy, I tend to make content about, and especially if that content helps other people enjoy it as well. So that's why I wanted to pick up gamepads, is because it would help bring in more people to give DCS a shot when they otherwise wouldn't have even give it like a second thought, because they figured, oh, I need a HOTAS for this, so I'm just not even going to try it.
Right. I do find that that's a tremendous problem. People go, I want to get into DCS, but I don't want to spend like $100, $200, $500 on a stick or something. But I guess, how long did it take? Because, like, man, I can barely play PS5 games or Xbox games on a controller as is. So how long did it take you to transfer that to DCS, to learn to fly an aircraft like that?
Yeah, so that's kind of the interesting thing, is because I started DCS back in like, I don't know, like 2016 with a HOTAS. Like, I had an old X52 Pro, and the only reason why I started using a gamepad to begin with was out of necessity. At one point, I had eventually upgraded to a Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS, so the proper A10 setup. But my throttle, it basically died. The wire shorted, and I was out of throttle, and I just couldn't have a way to play DCS. And out of that, I said, well, you know what? Might as well try to make a gamepad work. So there was a time where I was doing like a Xbox controller as my throttle quadrant while I still had my, you know, A10 flight stick. And eventually that turned into just gamepad stuff. And as far as like how long it took, I mean, because it was out of necessity, it probably took about a week. But that was like a solid week of like dedicated play, like a lot of time spent in that week.
Like, how many hours a day?
I mean, during that time, I was probably like really heavy into DCS. So I would say at least like minimum an hour a day. But usually I did multi-hour sessions during that time period.
Okay, so let's say 2 hours a day. Let's get crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say 2 hours. Yeah.
So over a week, 14 hours, dude. You got that good in 14 hours? That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it does help that I'm a little bit of a nerd and a gamer to begin with, so
okay.
that does help a little bit.
Right. I was gonna say, if you gave me like a month, I don't think I could do what you just did in the fights there.
See, what's interesting is when one distinct memory I have from when I was picking up for the first time, it felt like I was learning how to play DCS all over again. And the amount of effort I needed to put in to learn how to like use the controls was about as difficult as it was learning the HOTAS for the first time, because I didn't have the muscle memory to know where the trim hat was, where the weapons release button was, where the trigger was. All that stuff was still pretty foreign, and it felt the same exact way for the gamepad. But I was armed with the existing knowledge of knowing how to fly the aircraft already.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. So listen, I don't want to take up too much of your time here. If anyone wants to see more of you, they should just go over to your channel, I assume. Is there anywhere else you'd like them to head if they want to see more from you?
No, yeah, so you can head over my YouTube channel, like Gia said. Also, if you wanted, there will be a link in the comments or description or whatever to my album of layouts, as well as a link to the DCS forum, where I have all the same stuff as well.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I will link all of that below for everybody. Okay, thank you for coming out for this video, man. I really appreciate it, and I hope we can do something in the future.
Yeah, sounds good. See you.
All right, guys, there you have it. Little conversation with Tuuvas there. Definitely check out his channel. Seems like a very interesting thing to try in DCS. If you want to give that a try, I don't think there's a better place to go than to head over to Tuuvas' channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.